What's up, guys? Welcome to Average Takes.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Another Monday night.
Yeah, and another night I'm upset.
I'm upset,
Well,
just like
tell us
Drake.
why you're upset,
I'm
Robert.
upset because the Padres are 5-5 over the last 10 and been playing mediocre baseball at best. That's why I'm upset.
Okay. Okay.
Shenny, do you have a reason why you're upset?
Yeah.
I'm upset. I'm most upset about the Padres getting no hit by a first career start. He's 28, first career start gets no hit by some rookie. You're telling me we can't even get one hit against the second worst team in Major League Baseball and the worst team in the NL?
Okay, props to Tyler
Props.
Gilbert
He's facing a AAA team.
making his major league debut. No hits to San Diego Padres. It sucks.
It's unfortunate, but hey, it is year one of the rebuild.
No, rebuild, not
Yes.
rebuild.
This is a
No,
rebuild
this
year.
is year one
We got
of
all
this
these
is
people
all in.
no. This
all
is
in.
yeah. This is
This
year
is year one of
all
all in.
in.
Same thing.
I
We
mean,
only
and
get
it
5
doesn't
years of
feel.
Same thing.
It
We only
doesn't
get
the
even.
5
same
years of these.
No,
We only get 5.
rebuild means you're starting over, Roman. But it sucks because it didn't feel like we're all in. We didn't go all in at the deadline. You know, our big
Biting us in the ass
mid-season move
now.
is signing Jake Arrieta after his release, and Jake Arrieta has a
6.8.
6.8 ERA currently.
Terrible.
Has
Yeah.
been pitching terrible. Former Cy Young added to this team, but I want to talk about the no hitter a little bit. It was the last game that we didn't see Tatis in the lineup, and hopefully of the season. But
We're just down
um,
bad. We
yeah,
missed him.
Fernando
It's just it's crazy to
missed
see
like
how
15
go ahead.
games. Fernando missed like 15 games and comes back and absolutely destroys. But it sucks. I think this is where you're going to see how this team plays without Fernando on the field.
Yes,
Hate
it's
how we need him
crazy
so
to me
much.
how one person literally changes the whole outlook on this team, Like and good teams, they don't really have those type of they have those type of people, but they're usually
They're not
always
treated
on.
the same.
No.
Yeah.
They're always on. They don't really have down. They don't get no hit by terrible teams like the D-backs. So, but it's
I
just
mean,
crazy
no
to me
hits
how
happen.
the
This type
longer
of stuff
he's out though,
happens.
the worse lack of energy we get. Like we're so lackadaisical when we're playing. It's like no one even
Yes.
cares.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and does what he does: 2 home runs, 4 for 5, 4 RBIs. Are you
Crazy.
kidding me?
Crazy.
It's what the
There's
team
no,
needs, and it
there's
sucks
no
that this.
other MVP now. He's literally the
Oh,
MVP, no matter
yeah.
what.
I don't think
Like
there
there's
was before.
no questions, no
I
questions
don't think
asked
there
now.
was before.
I really don't think that there
It
is
was
anyone
undoubted.
that's close to him. I mean, everyone was hype on Bryce Harper's numbers, but Bryce Harper feels like a half a season away in numbers. He's like 30 RBIs, 10 homers, 15 steals away. Like his
Yeah,
numbers are like
Tatis's
way
power
lower.
numbers are insane for someone in this part of the season who's missed as much games as he's
Missed
missed.
32 games this year. Bryce
And he's
Harper's
still
missed
got
almost the
great
same though.
numbers.
Like, I was looking at his numbers. He has just as many at bats and games played as Fernando.
Well,
But
Fernando has a great way of putting when he comes back to the IL. I want to make him miss me. That's what he said in his post game speech, and everyone forgot about him, and all of a sudden he comes back and does this, and now what are we saying? He's the MVP, and everyone's agreeing with us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, no questions asked. He is the MVP now, just because of that one game he comes off the IL.
I mean, he
And
has a crazy
fun,
game though.
yeah,
How many times
fun
is he going to prove us wrong, though?
fun fact: every game he comes off the IL, he hits a home run. Jared Carris, whatever your name is, I had to let you know, buddy. Thanks for the
Yes,
like, though.
he does have a homer. He has 2 games coming off the IL where he has 2 home runs, multiple homer games. But he said it best in his post game interview. He likes to show them why they miss him.
Yeah.
Shows off basically, and I'm a huge Fernando Tatis supporter. Only played in 89 games, batting 300, 33 homers, 74 RBIs.
96 hits.
23 stolen bases, 96 hits, like you
Stud.
said, 21 doubles. He's killing
Stud.
it this year. He's the MVP by far, but that doesn't mean that this team is
No,
lagging right now. And
seems lagging so bad.
he's
Tommy
been
Pham
gone.
is hitting 137 since the All-Star break. You guys were hype on him. He was raking. He was our only offense for about a month. It felt like.
So you
He
could
was
had to be hype on him.
no,
Don't blame us
exactly.
for that.
Like
Don't blame
we
us
were
for
all
that.
hype. We were all hype on him. Like as
Yeah.
Padre fans, I'm trying to get from a Padres.
Yeah,
fan
we felt
angle
like his
here.
Yeah.
season was getting turned around.
Now he's hitting 137. And what's crazy to me is when we bring Tatis back, Will Myers has, in my opinion, he's been heating up. This is the type of Will Myers heats up. This is what he does. Homers every other game. He's hitting the ball hard. He comes back. Tatis comes back. We put him in right field. Will Myers gets the day off. Tommy Pham starting. Tommy Pham is hitting 137. We cannot win ball games when you have a major league left fielder starting hitting 137. It's so hard, especially when we have a bullpen game every fucking day.
Yeah,
That's what's brutal too.
I think
Yeah.
he was giving Will the day off, just like generally. But I mean, like tonight, Will's in left. Tommy Pham's on the bench, and
Good.
I think our team's going to play situations and all of that for a while right now. Pitching is our weakest point
Yeah,
currently.
you said it earlier. Us failing in the trade deadline is really hurting us. Bro.
Yeah, us
all of our
losing
pitches are
the
on the
trade
IL.
deadline. You, Chris Paddock on the DL, are on the IL. They're not supposed to be done for season. They should be back, but it's like all the other injuries.
We like to
We
see.
lost Morihan earlier. Haven't seen Lamet in like 2 months. It feels like.
Strom
We
just came back.
Strom just came back, and it feels good to have him back in the pen. I
Another
like him.
lefty.
Another lefty because we lose Pomerantz
Tim Hill is
for the year.
sketchy.
It was announced the other day. Pomerantz had tendonitis. Tore his.
After he just came back.
I can't remember what it was called. Tore something in his arm.
We need Mackenzie Gore and just put him in the bullpen, bro.
I think you start Gore and put Weathers in the bullpen right now.
Yeah, right now
Weathers is
probably.
down bad.
Because Weathers isn't pitching his best. And this start, I know tonight, sucks because he gives up 5.
Yeah, and it's super confusing because
it is Coors, though. We are playing in Coors, and they have the best average at home in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Even though they're very bad, they are full a Coors team effect. Like, they do well in this stadium. The ball travels, flies, and that's why these guys walk away with decent numbers because they play half a season there. But, I mean, we need to come back and score more in this game, and we have to take this series. The one thing that's looks good, but I mean, still doesn't feel that good. Padres lost only one series since the All-Star break. They've only lost one.
The
that was
Diamondbacks.
The last one, Diamondbacks, where we get no hit. And
why are we losing these series?
We should not. Yeah. That's a terrible series to lose. I
hope that's rock bottom.
I definitely hope that's rock bottom.
Yeah.
I definitely hope so. We immediately brought Tatis back the next game, and he absolutely crushed. So we needed that. And, it pisses me off because Tatis was lobbying to play in that game that night. Mm-hmm. He said he felt fine enough to play. They wanted to give him an extra day. I mean, smart on the team, but we get no-hitted when our star player says he could play. Not the best outcome. And, if this team doesn't make playoffs, Jace Tingler's job is on the line.
Don't put that bad juju on me.
No, I'm just saying it. Right now, they're 2.5 games in wild card. They are losing currently as we record this. The Reds are up currently. So if that holds,
for 1.5.
1.5 by when this podcast drops. And after that, it's hard-fought baseball the last month.
Yes, when we get into September, bro, we could easily just lose.
Yes, we have a very hard schedule at the end of the month, and this was our chance to come back and win games. And having Tatis back helps, but we have to.
Our
finish
whole team needs
strong.
to come through, not just.
Tatis. It's not just Tatis. Like I've been saying Tatis a lot, but it's a lot of guys not coming up.
That's bringing me back to this point. It's so just the series of events that happened with the trade deadline. We didn't really get anyone outstandingly good in a need that we have in starting pitching. But then
Adam Frazier.
when our starting pitchers go down, we kept our farm intact for a reason, which I don't know what the reason is, because we didn't expose them at the trade deadline. I mean, we didn't expend them at the trade deadline, and now we signed Jake Arrieta, who is a 6.88 ERA right now, and
Career
it's literally this is probably the last year he's ever going to pitch in Major League Baseball. Why not bring up the young guys and just let them feel it out for a
Let 'em
month,
flourish.
however long it takes for these guys to get healthy?
The only thing that I think they did that for is because he is guaranteed to eat innings. He could give you 6, 7 any
They're gonna
day.
give up 6.
You know, right now
Gonna
it
give
takes
up
us
6, so.
3, 4 pitchers to get to this inning. You know, we're 3 pitchers deep, and it's the 6th inning right now. We've
And it's
already
been like
given
that
up
the last
5.
week. It's been like that
We've
the
already
last
given
week.
up 5. So what else is Jake Arrieta going to hurt if we're doing this consistently?
Well,
It's
what
just going
else
to be
would
one arm through 6 instead of 3 arms through 6. That's what they're thinking. Trying to
Makes
give our
sense.
bullpen a day off. You know, it feels like we're 3 years ago in the same fucking mud. We're doing the same thing that happened to us last year. The end of the year, pitching was what killed us, and right now it's what's killing us. We have no pitching, and it shows. We're losing these games because we do not have pitching to go deep into games. Yu Darvish last game
especially if
gave
you're
up
only going to put
5,
up 3 runs.
only went 3.
If you're not going to score enough runs to beat the other team,
Not gonna win.
you're never going to win.
It makes me so mad because a month or two ago we had the best pitching in the league. Now all of a sudden our guys can't go deep into games at all, can't do nothing.
No. Super
It's the
frustrating
curse
coming
of San
from
a
a fan standpoint. And I
Really
know
the curse of
we
San
don't
Diego.
know anything about baseball most of the time, so it's super frustrating. You don't have to
Bringing this back up though, you said fire Jace Tingler. I want to hear you guys' take on who replaces him if it happens.
Oh, I have no idea.
No
At this,
idea.
I
We're
haven't
staying
thought about it.
in-house. We're staying
I-
in-house. The Padres haven't got a experienced manager since Bruce Bochy. When we hired Bruce Bochy, and I don't even know how long ago, the 90s, at least the 1990s. Anyways, we will stay in-house, and Skip Schumacher is our bench coach, I think, and he's been getting phone calls from multiple teams last offseason, stayed with the Padres, so I think he's a great option. And then we also have who else?
I kind of want a guy with experience. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would love a guy. I would love a coach with experience.
Yeah.
We've done the same thing and it hasn't worked. New coach, new coach, new coach. You know, I wanted Ron Washington last time around. I don't know about this time around what we're looking at coaches, but I need a guy with experience. The White Sox just went and got an 85-year-old, and they are
Tony La Russa.
blowing
Yeah.
every other team out of the mud. Like it's annoying because no one wanted Tony I'm getting angry right now. La Russa. No one wanted him forever. Like he's an old guy. He doesn't use stats. Like he's not a sabermetrics type guy. But it's working out for them.
Hey, all I'm saying
Obviously,
is
he might
Bruce
be manager
Bochy-
of the year.
Bruce Bochy left the Padres, won 3 World Championships in San Francisco. If he has 1 year of anything left in the tank,
I
think we get
give
him.
him every dollar I had.
That would be the most
Joe Madden.
meaningful
No.
World Series ring he'd ever win.
Don't like Joe Madden.
Don't like Joe Madden?
No, the
John
Angels
Madden?
just hired him.
No, Joe Madden.
Angels
John
just
Madden
hired
hasn't
him.
coached for a minute.
But I'm looking over the stats for the last month. Tommy Pham, abysmal 157. Grisham 221. Will Myers 239.
It's fire.
Cronenworth 230. And then you
Ever
got
since the
Machado.
Crone Zone, bro. The Crone
Ever
Machado
since the Crone Zone.
296. Fernando,
Real
even though he only
curse.
played 12 games in the last 30 days, he has a 330 batting average. Hosmer 312 batting average the last 30. So I
What's
mean,
his on base?
What about
Hosmer's been getting
Grisham?
on base.
Grisham been down bad too.
on base is 384. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great the last 30 days.
Oh yeah.
24
Yeah.
games for him.
Oh yeah.
You can't be mad. I haven't seen
Kinda-
Profar in a while, but he's been a 345
He
the
was
last 30.
actually
He's playing
in
rehabbing.
AAA tonight, or maybe it was yesterday, but I saw him in AAA playing.
Yeah, and why is he rehabbing?
Yeah, literally.
Was
Did
it
he
a
have
why?
feint?
COVID?
No, I didn't. I honestly heard nothing about him until they go, he's having a rehab game. Like, I did not know where he went.
It was just to
Yeah.
boost his confidence. He felt like he hasn't played in a while.
I guess, but
Just
I mean,
keep him
no
warm,
other.
you know.
Our AAA stadium is literally a Little League field, so boosts everyone's confidence up.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I said.
Maybe that's why our pitchers.
I've been hype on Nola being back, and I'm still hype on him.
He's been way clutcher than.
I think it was a bad decision
He
to put
can
runners
hit.
down.
Yeah,
He can hit, and I like him behind the plate. But last
pitchers
15
do
games,
seem more confident with him behind.
Blake
the plate.
Snell for sure. Blake Snell looks
Yeah, for
great
sure.
with him, and it's his personal catcher from here on out. Boom. But the last 15 games for Nola, he's batting a 372 with 9 RBIs, 16 hits,
That's crazy.
only 7 strikeouts.
What other
Perfect.
catchers doing that?
That's
What other
perfect.
catchers doing that?
Nope.
None.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Definitely not Caratini.
Nobody.
Caratini 244 over the last 16. Yeah, I mean, this Padres team right now, it's been the lowest part of the whole season. No hit the other day
Yeah.
after getting 3 straight
Yeah.
losses to the Diamondbacks. We barely got the last 4th game. Lucky.
And I heard after the no hitter, a leader stepped up in the clubhouse named Eric Hosmer, and I guess that was a great conversation that needed to be had because the next day they win 12-3. So there is a moment in a lot of team seasons, a lot of world championship winning teams that will define them, and this could be exactly what this team needed. And
Could be the turnaround coming.
maybe they just
soon.
need a slap in the face, a little punch in the mouth, knock them on their ass a little bit. Hopefully they come back, but I do not want to see the Reds in the playoffs because the Reds are hot.
Reds are very hot.
They've been raking like
Reds just put Winker on
Yeah.
the IL though, so that's going to cool him down a little bit.
Nick
little
Castellanos
bit.
too, didn't they send him down or something like that?
no, he's back.
He's back.
Oh,
yeah.
he's back. Oh, okay.
He's back.
And
But yeah,
Otto over the last month has been the best player in the MLB by far.
yeah, which you can't defend that. Like if teams are raking, like no matter what pitching you throw to them, they're just gonna hit.
They're locating the ball.
So-
You can't do nothing about it.
It's tough when the Padres, who supposedly have really good pitching and supposedly have really good batting, and we don't see anything really good in these games. Like nothing is being good, and it's not like it's 1-2 games, which is it's understandable. It feels like it's been the last 2 weeks. These are how these games have been played. Lackadaisical, not wanting to win at all. Doesn't seem like anyone caring to throw strikes, like not just fastballs down the middle.
And it's not just that;
Everybody's
it's
on
hitting too.
IL.
Like it felt like we weren't hitting with runners in scoring position. We had so many of them, And the no hitter, it honestly didn't really feel like a no hitter on how much contact the Padres had. They were crushing balls, but they were just line outs, fly outs, ground outs. Like Tommy
All to
Pham
the
had a couple
players.
walks. Like it didn't feel like a no hitter, but it was.
Yeah, which is crazy. I never
Sucks.
thought I'd see a Padres get no hit in this.
I've watched it a couple times now.
this new age of
I've
baseball.
watched it a couple times.
At least I didn't think it would happen, but I've seen it a couple times.
If
No,
we could
I
throw
watched
a
Tim
no-hitter,
Lincecum do it
we could-
twice.
In the
we
new
could get-
Padres baseball.
True.
That was old Padres baseball.
True.
I remember those.
New Padres baseball feels like old Padres baseball though right now. This
Yeah,
part of the
right
season,
now.
when we told you get ready for the hard
Dog
parts,
days
the
of
dog
summer.
days of baseball, we weren't expecting it to be directly at
At the
us.
Padres.
We were trying to tell you guys get ready. I
So we're
wasn't
gonna
ready
be hot,
myself.
but now it's the other way.
I was not ready myself because I'm very upset.
angry.
But if there's a positive things we can take out, Padres still haven't played their best baseball of the year at all.
When are they gonna play it? It's getting
Last
close
month.
to the end.
Hey,
Last month, gotta
Yeah,
get
that's
hot.
Man.
another point though. The Padres play very well against the Dodgers and the
Competition.
Giants, really good teams. So
Not gonna matter if we don't make the wild card.
we'll replay a lot of those really good teams in September. So if we are
Gotta
Exactly
step
why
up.
it's scary.
It is very scary, Roman.
We're gonna get kicked out of the wild card if
No.
we're playing these good teams.
We are gonna
play
win.
good
The
against
Reds
good
stay
We're
hot.
8-3
what's the-
versus the
okay, what's-
Dodgers.
How's the Red schedule coming up?
We don't see the
Hard.
Reds.
they
But
have
we
to play
already
the Brewers, they have to
crushed
go
the
through
Reds.
Milwaukee.
They have
They
to
have
go
to
through
go through
Milwaukee. Oh, that's
if
it.
they want to
though.
do anything.
That's it though.
And
We
the
have to go through
Cardinals,
the Dodgers,
Oh, they played
Giants,
the Pirates a couple times.
Pirates, bro.
Yeah, they have an easy schedule.
hey,
Exactly.
well, looks like we're
Theirs
gonna be
is-
Pittsburgh
Theirs
fans.
is easy. Ours is hard.
Looks like we're gonna be Pittsburgh fans for a
They're
little bit,
hot. We are cold.
maybe a
Oh.
weekend.
Yo ho, yo ho! I'm a Pittsburgh fan versus the
We're
fucking
Yinzers,
Reds.
baby. We're Yinzers. Let's go.
Yes. Sign
It's
me
scary
up.
Times. It's scary times. in
Feral
San
towels,
Diego.
baby.
Scary times in San Diego.
Oh, I'll be a pirate.
Are.
I'm laughing the pain away if you can't tell
Laughing
because
the
this
pain
has
away.
been the hardest month. August has been very hard, and it felt like it started off
Only
good.
hard because what we've been and what we've seen, this team is literally 10 million times better than anything we've seen within the last 10 years. So for them to just produce the same amount of baseball that we've seen the last 10 years is just crazy.
Yeah,
Like, how bad do you got to be?
sucks. Couple of things we could get going on the rest of the MLB part of the podcast.
Tired of
yeah,
talking to the Padres.
Padres, time to turn up. All right, getting into baseball. Field of Dreams was the other night. I don't know if
Was
you guys
dope.
were
It was a
able
dope
to
game.
check in. It was only one day, one game.
That's Stu. Why?
I
been
don't
a
know.
weekend.
It should have been the whole weekend. I agree, and just gave them the extra day because they gave them a travel day, an extra day off. But I'm not too sure. I would have taken a couple games there. Like, why didn't we do the series and then
They
give them
literally
a travel
built the
day?
field just for
That'd have been so
Like a
dope.
pickup
if
game.
there was
a
series.
professional pickup game.
They built a brand new field for one game. Well, not for one game because they announced 2022 we're going back.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that it was
Okay,
the
for 2 games.
Cubs this time. The Cubs will go play.
Well, what I think that they should do in MLB, this is just me suggesting. You know how like there's big tournaments like Triple Crown, like that should be a place where you get to go travel to all tournament. You know, like
Mhm.
there's Junior Olympics are in Arizona.
Mhm.
You get to play on the spring training fields.
Mhm.
Like, you know how many people around the United States would pay to go just
to go visit
to a
that
tournament
single
there?
place. Yeah.
like Field of
I
Dreams
agree.
tournament?
Starting
Yeah.
Nine was actually talking about that Barstool podcast. They were saying that they should, or not, maybe not Starting Nine, maybe talking baseball, but that they should let college teams or travel ball teams play there. Like, let that field be used. Don't let it die out there, just
Yeah.
being a tourist attraction. Oh, this is where MLB plays there. No, like, let's use that and get
Use that
people
field,
there
yeah.
and feed up the story. This only gets bigger.
Yeah, because you
this
know how
was
many
the
kids.
It was the
watched
most watched
game
game. Yeah, exactly.
in 16 years or something like that.
Yep.
You know how many kids
and
watched
there was
that
a
game?
walk
One.
off. MLB
Watch-
made it so entertaining.
You know how many kids watched that game? Number one, and then number two. Imagine they had to play there as a kid. They're like, oh, now, and then number three. Now, say they make the MLB, they got 3 crazy stories about
Yeah,
just
they
one
say
field,
I used to
one
I
game.
watched Field of Dreams. I watched my favorite player play here, and now I get to play here.
Last podcast, you guys were so hype on the Little League World Series. Give that to them. Let them play
Oh.
there.
Oh
Are you watching then?
no,
Are you watching
Williamsport.
then?
Williamsport
No,
is way
no.
way more prestigious. I'm sorry, Williamsport is way more prestigious
Williamsport is
than
way prestigious.
Field of Dreams, Iowa.
Oh yeah.
Don't know what you're
Don't knock
talking
Williamsport. Don't knock Williamsport.
about. Don't watch Little League World Series or Little League Baseball, period.
Pissed.
You're telling me as a kid you never wanted to hop on that cardboard, slide down the hill there at
Yeah.
Williamsport.
I never watched that. I don't even know what
You're
you're talking
capping.
about.
You're
You're
literally
capping.
capping.
You're
I don't know what you're
capping.
talking
You
about.
had to
Roman,
have watched it
you-
when you were little.
You watched the guys
Yes.
ride down the hill.
Yes,
Roman knew like
you
half the
watched the
kids.
games.
Roman
I
knew
don't watch the game.
I literally played
there
with
was,
the team.
yes, there
I
was 3
literally
teams
played
from
with the
Chula
team.
Vista.
Lemon
Yes,
Grove,
that's
yes.
why
I
watched
Eric De La Rosa, the guy
have
who we talked about on the pod,
never
was on that team.
watched
Yee.
it.
You've had to have. There's no
I
chance
never
you
watched it.
haven't.
You guys sent in my DMs videos of it. Didn't watch
And
it.
you were
Still.
loving it. You secretly liked.
Did you see the kid though with the 6-finger glove?
Didn't watch it.
Yep, throws left and righty.
I don't care about Little League. 1% makes it to the pros. I don't care.
Pros is 1%.
Okay, one guy out of the whole entire World Series, Little League World Series, will make it to the pros.
I hope he flourishes
I hope he watches this too and comes after you.
and burns
I hope
you.
he does.
Absolutely.
I hope he
burns
comes
you.
on and
Attention,
yells back
all
at
little
me.
leaguers!
Yeah.
If you happen to run into us on this episode, his name is at Average Takes Bob. His DMs are open.
Flame him.
So
Flame him.
DMs are open because we hate Little League.
Oh, don't say we. Bob hates Little League.
I'm just not gonna watch
the.
watch it on TV. I don't pay cable to watch Little League baseball. I'll go coach it, and
you
that's
do.
me watching Little League.
You do though. I didn't want to bring this up, but I saw you watching the Little League games last week
Last week,
at the bar. We were watching it.
don't recall. Enough of this
Don't
stupid
recall.
Little League. Dodgers versus Mets.
Oh, so
highly-
you bring up the Dodgers, which is better.
Yeah, I'd watch Dodgers over Little League.
Yes.
Dodgers, Mets, highly anticipated ESPN game. Noah Syndergaard was actually really mad that they flexed it and moved it to the night game because they had to travel all the way to San Francisco after being home in New York.
Boo-hoo. You get to travel after the game, man. You don't even play. You're on the 60-day IL. Zippy-dee-doo-da-day.
He's just trying to bring some attention to MLB that's kind of shitty on their part. I mean, I know that's a game that people want to
you know who's
watch.
pitching that game, though? You know who's pitching that game, I think? Walker Buehler, Tyjon Walker. Battle of Aces.
Yeah. It was a good game to
Aces.
watch, but why can't it just be an ESPN game at 1 o'clock?
A-Rod couldn't make that game. You serious?
Why do we need to listen to A-Rod? Put someone else in the booth.
Oh
No,
my God.
A-Rod couldn't make the 1 p.m. game. We had to move back to 4.
So this is all A-Rod's show. You might,
A-Rod
as
and
well,
Matty
you
V?
might as well put A-Rod in a jersey and let him talk while he's wearing a full Yankee jersey.
No,
Yes.
we should
Yes.
sign him. That should be our next manager.
Ooh.
Alex Rodriguez.
No. No.
He'll forget
I don't
about
want
J-Lo.
him feeding
That's what he needs.
gummies.
Why?
He's going to be
We'll
tossing
raking.
gummies.
We'll be raking.
Gummy for you, gummy for
Gummy for
you.
you.
You think Tatis is hitting him out home runs now? Imagine if A-Rod's at the helm.
Silver Slugger for you.
75 plus.
You're getting off topic with this A-Rod bullshit. Dodgers and Mets 6-5 in the 10th game 1, 2-1 in the 10th game 2, and then 14-4 on ESPN.
That's what it was.
A
My bad.
whopping
ESPN
14.
was not that game. Game 2 was that pitching matchup of aces, which
Yes.
I had them
Game
both in my
3 was
fantasy team.
Max Scherzer
I got doubled the
dominated.
points. Well, Dodgers just absolutely crushed the ball. It was like
Crushed the ball, and
7-2,
Max Scherzer
like the
had
second inning, third inning.
7 strikeouts.
And it honestly kind of crushed
care
the
about
heart and
Max
souls
Scherzer.
of Mets fans.
It did.
Mets
Because
fans
the Braves
are now
are in first
Frank
now.
Fleming was
Mets
going ham
are
on the
in
tweets.
3-7 the last 10, 3 games out of first, and Atlanta, who had been under
On
500
fire.
all year,
They've been on
Yep.
fire.
been on fire the last month.
Oh yeah.
8-2 over the last 10, 4 in a row, and looking to take this division by storm.
The Braves were
Wow.
funny because I think they went a whole month win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, never having 2 consecutive wins or 2 consecutive losses for a full month. So like that's epitome of 500 win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, and like good for them that they are putting together some more W's and they're taking that division because that's kind of what everyone expected them to do, but they're not doing it with the team that they expected these guys to do it with. And they're getting help from literally everywhere. Austin Riley has been crushing the ball. Dansby Swanson been crushing the ball.
Yes.
They already have guys like Freddie
Absolutely.
Freeman.
Freeman has turned around a season though. When he was an all-star, it didn't seem like he should have been. He was batting like 230.
240, 241.
Yeah, 241 in the all-star game. Now he's batting like a 296. 25 bombs.
On
And,
my fantasy team, I love it.
it sucks because Ronald Acuna Jr. is hurt with the torn ACL, and this team would be even better.
Be so good.
And Acuna would be fighting Tatis for that MVP.
Well, and what's also turned around for them is their pitching in the beginning of the year was garbage. Max Fried was nowhere to be found. Now, everyone seemed to figure it out. They brought up guys from their minor leagues and tested them, and
They've
it's
lost
worked for them.
players and they gained players, and it's looking good.
Maybe the Padres should take notes from them.
For real.
Make
have guys in the
deadline
minors.
moves. Or make deadline moves too.
That's a good one too.
Braves picked up like 8 guys.
9
picked
guys.
up
That's
the
a good
reliever
one,
I
too.
wanted.
Yep.
A bunch of bench bats.
Yeah.
That was
And
a tongue
it's
twister.
working, and it's working out for them.
Yeah. It's
They're in
working out
first
for them.
place and
That's
we're in third.
That's for sure. Atlanta 8-2, 4 in a row. Lucky for
Yes.
them.
Would love to run into them in playoffs though, just to kiss their season goodbye. But we got to make playoffs first. Forgot about that.
Yep. Don't forget about that.
Haven't talked about best in baseball. Giants 8-2 over the last 10 and 12-13 since the trade
Unbelievable.
deadline.
Unbelievable.
12-13 or 12-3.
Or 12-3. My bad. I'm an idiot.
Okay. All right.
12-3 since the trade deadline. Picking up Chris Bryant has been
Absolutely
Good
the best thing
boost.
for them.
Pissed. Absolutely pissed.
Absolutely.
doesn't even have to be the best thing for them. It's just help them do what they have been doing. They haven't
The
skipped.
Padres might want to take a page out of their book too. They have a need, and they get their need. It's weird
They failed
concept
it.
how this works.
They just got Evan Longoria.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Brandon
wow.
Belt back. Literally, they don't. All these guys are getting back are all 35 and older, and just
And only add positives for their team.
helping that team.
yeah.
Yes.
And they're hurt half the year, because their body's deteriating, and they just play when they can, and the Giants make the best out of it. It's crazy.
Yes, it's
Brandon Crawford
unreal.
has. Someone needs to check in for Royd because he hasn't even done anything close to this ever.
He's having one of his best seasons at like 34.
34.
319 with still a month left.
Yeah. What?
Last 30 games batting 391.
Someone test him.
Oh
He's
my.
on the A-Rod program.
He's on the A-Rod program. This will legit be the best year of his career at age 34.
30.
And there is no other year close.
No, not even close. He's literally
Like literally. Giants, I'm smelling something funny now, Trevor. Thank you for pointing this out to me. This is a funny business right here.
go
Funny
look at all the other
business.
veterans. They're all the same. It's
Yeah,
fucking
Buster
crazy.
Posey having a breakout year too. What is in the water
What's
in
in the
San
water in San
Francisco?
Yeah, I
We're
agree.
not going to find out.
We're
Check the
not going to
PEDs.
find out either because Buster Posey batting 330 with 15 homers. How are the knees staying up for the first year in forever?
He's on dad power. Maybe that's it. Well, I'll give him that. Give him the dad power now.
Buster Posey's been elite for a long time, but he hadn't been this good in like 4
Since he was
years.
25.
Since 2017, he has not been this good. He has more bombs than he did since 2015.
It's very fishy.
That is fishy to me. Two players are having their best season in 10 years.
And Gosman on the mound and DeSclafani probably having their best years in their whole career.
Or maybe something's just clicking for them, all right?
No,
be,
we can't accept that.
Cannot accept
Cannot
that one
accept
bit.
that.
Cannot
No.
accept it at all.
They're cheating or doing
We're
something
going
fishy.
straight to the cheating.
Have to.
Yeah, I'm
They're on
smelling something
sticky stuff
fishy.
still.
I'm smelling something fishy there.
There's no way they can be legit.
Yeah, because they have guys like Logan Webb. Who?
Alex Dickerson, are you shitting
Alex
me?
Dickerson has pitched in 3 different teams in 3 different years And what is he doing? Kevin Gausman has been the Orioles' fourth best pitcher in the last 10 years, and he goes to the Giants, and he's in Cy Young contention at 30-some years old. This is all funny business.
Crazy.
I don't know what it is, but I am going to get to the bottom of it.
Yep, we're gonna start sniffing. Giants, watch the fuck out. We're coming for you.
I am
Watch
starting
the
sniffing.
fuck
And you
out.
know what? They just
TikTok.
locked us out of this season, too. We were going to go to the Giants Stadium,
Oh,
and they locked us out.
they knew.
Because they knew it was up. They knew
They
you guys
knew.
were coming.
They did know
knew.
because we bought tickets with our names on them.
Yes,
Exactly.
They knew.
they
They
knew.
know who average takes are.
They knew.
On TikTok,
and
they
I'm
do.
very angry at
I'm coming
this.
after them. We're
Yeah.
at them in this.
I
At
am
Giants,
Giants. I smell something fishy. Period.
and we're not talking about it's not in the water. We promise that. Not in the bay.
No,
No, it's in the bat.
because Oakland don't got it. Maybe they do.
They don't got it like the Giants do. All right. More news. Brewers beat up the Pirates. We knew that was going to happen. All right. I'm just
That's
going to move on
news?
from there. That's not news. Astros news 5-5 over the last 10. Bregman not coming back after his minor league rehab stint. It was shut down.
Oh, stupid.
Pulls his
Oh,
hammy
stupid.
again, something like that.
Dumb.
Still
He's
on
been
fire.
literally out
Bergman's
forever.
probably out for the rest of the year.
That's terrible. 9 home runs, bro. Come on.
You know, and it sucks because we lost a couple guys. You know, I haven't seen Trout all year. I don't think he's going to come back.
He has like a calf strain. Like he must have tore it. He must have literally
Something
tore
like
it
that.
because a calf strain. Like I see guys in the NFL. You know, they can work out a calf
strain's 4 weeks in the NFL.
Yeah, you know, like this guy seems like he's been out for
4 months.
40 weeks.
40
Yeah.
weeks.
A's 8 and
Bad for
2
baseball.
over the last 10.
That's bad for
Making a
baseball.
hard push. Hard push at the Astros right there.
Well,
A's
you know
still-
why? Chapman's heating up, which is
Chapman is
terrible.
heating up. I just saw that he's batting like a 400 the last 15 games or something like that.
That guy couldn't hit the side of a barn if he tried.
Starling Marte doing great for them.
Starling Marte, we brought that up the last podcast. I don't have the numbers
Laureano
in front of me.
On the A-Rod
Still
program.
gone. Yeah, A-Rod program. Yeah, A's pushing hard. Keep at it. Might send the Astros to the wild card. Chris Sale.
You know what I would love to see?
Oh yeah, go ahead before I bring up.
Game 163 for divisions. If that's going to be possible, I will want to see it this year.
What did I say in the beginning of the year? I said Dodgers Padres
It's not going to
163.
be us. It's not going to be us.
Need the Giants to die.
Need the Giants to die.
Period.
Somebody.
But where I was headed to, Chris Sale, first start in 2 years, 730 days or something like that.
Congrats, man.
5 innings, 8 Ks, gave up 2 solo homers. That was it. Red Sox were pretty cold, but they beat up
They're
on the
awful.
Orioles this weekend.
Congrats.
That helped them out. And
The Red Sox fans are still hype on that. They're like, we're back. We're
very
so
hype
back.
on that. You had the Rays lose 2 in a row versus the Twins. Yikes.
Twins are back.
Twins are not back. Nowhere near back.
I want them to come back. That'd be awesome.
Nope. The take of you saying the Twins are winning the division is gonna burn forever in your head because they're eating away at the bottom.
They're awful.
They're
so bad.
awful.
How about the Yankees hitting great?
The who?
Yankees. They
Yankees.
take 2 from the
Fuck 'em.
White Sox. 2 out of 3.
Gil,
They won
rookie.
the 2 games after they left the Field of Dreams.
And I'm
Not
glad they
that
lost
big
the
of a
Field
deal.
of Dreams. That's awesome that they lost
Yeah,
the Field of Dreams.
the way
That
the Field
is
of Dreams
awesome.
ended was awesome. Like
That's
walk
fire.
off homer. Roman said it earlier.
Yeah, it was a great-
Awesome. Tim Anderson
See you later.
smacked
See you
that
later.
thing.
Smack that.
And you know what? That game, that's going to bring me up one more little thing on it is Joey Gallo, or maybe it wasn't Joey Gallo. Someone was saying the MLB, Pete Alonso was saying MLB places balls, juices the balls for the guys who they want to see do good. Well, that game was
How the
a
fuck did he do
perfect
that?
example of having juice balls because that last inning,
Who
8 home
said
runs, it
that?
felt like. Pete Alonso said that.
Really? Because
MLB,
that's been my conspiracy for a long time.
he said MLB
What?
juices the balls for
For a certain player?
certain
See,
players.
that's
Makes the
what that's
umpire
been
throw him a
my
new ball?
Not
my
necessarily that, but
conspiracy for a
they
long
give him the
time.
box
That's how it
of
would
the
have to
juice balls.
happen.
They give him the box of juice balls to that like city wherever he's gonna be that game, whatever. And
Oh, so all the balls are juiced then.
in Iowa, I believe all of them were juice. That's why
I
there
mean,
wasn't many moonshots. They were all literally piss rods that were just smashed that
mhm.
made all the sense. I mean, I'll give Tim Anderson his due diligence because that ball
His
smoked.
was-
That
But
ball was
his one
fucking
was smoked.
smacked.
but Judge's Oppo Taco was only like 350, 360. Like, I mean, yes, it's gone to Yankee Stadium, but Yankee Stadium, the
Short.
fucking T-ball field.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways,
is there
that is
anything?
conspiracy.
Yeah, that's conspiracy. I think we could leave it on that, on a little conspiracy.
I'm a little
MLB
Yeah,
conspiracy.
chooses the
we're
balls
turning
for
in the
your
FBI.
favorite player.
We're gonna
Question
do
mark? Question mark?
yeah, we're gonna fuck the Giants and we're gonna get down to the bottom of this conspiracy.
Padres, I need you to listen to this podcast and flip it the freak around.
I'm
Padres.
sure they won't watch it. They're still down bad.
Please.
Turn it around, boys. All right, nothing wrong with being average. Make sure you check us out on everything.
Yes,
Our Instagram, Twitter. Our Twitter is lit right now,
on
so
fire.
make sure you
Lit.
are getting on there.
Like
but
and subscribe, comment down
Apple,
below.
Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. We go on live. As soon as I click the end on this button, we go live. But you would have missed that already if you're watching this. So make sure you check us out
Average takes to the
Mondays
moon.
and Wednesdays on the Bench Sports app. All right, nothing wrong with being average. Deuces.
Oh yeah.